My name is Sierra and thanks for joining me today. I would like to review for you the ATI TEAS SmartPrep Comprehensive Study Package so that you can decide if this is the right purchase for you as you study for the ATI TEAS test. If you're watching this video, you are about to take the ATI TEAS and send in your application for nursing school. Congratulations, because I am positive that you have worked very hard to get to this point and you deserve all the accolades because it's a lot of work. If you're anything like me, you've been taking your prerequisites for a couple of years. I did the slow and steady pace because I have 2 kids, and with a family, I needed to go a little bit slower. I also wanted to get really good grades in those prereqs so that I would secure a spot in a program. So the last step to applying to a program after you've taken all of your prereqs is to take the TEAS test, if your program requires it. I applied to one program that requires it and one program that does not. Thankfully, I ended up getting into both programs, so I could choose which one I wanted to attend. But my goal was to get the highest possible score that I could on the TEAS test. And for that purpose, I did purchase the TEAS SmartPrep package. It really paid off for me because I don't think my studying would have been as focused if I hadn't purchased this program. I think the ATI TEAS SmartPrep program is perfect for someone who has a busy lifestyle. If you're working full-time or you're working part-time even, taking classes, if you have a family, if you've already taken the TEAS test and you didn't get the score that you were hoping for, this would be a great way to boost that score the next time around. If you're really busy and you're trying to sift through all the materials out there that are available for the TEAS, then my recommendation is go with the SmartPrep package because you're going to get it all done in one place, and I think you'll feel well prepared for the TEAS like I did. I am not sponsored by ATI in any way. This is just my own personal review because I had a hard time finding information about the TEAS SmartPrep program, and so I want to help you learn a little bit more about it so you can make a decision. When you purchase this program, they will mail you a book. It says this is their official study manual for the ATI TEAS. This is the 2020-21 version because I took the TEAS in February, at the beginning of February, and then applied to nursing school right after that. This study manual, a lot of people say it's not very good. I actually liked it. I didn't see a problem with it. So I do think that it's a useful resource. If you were just using this to study for the TEAS, it wouldn't cut it, in my opinion. You would need a lot more than that. If you decide to purchase this program, you will take a pre-test before anything. You can decide if you want to start with reading, English and language usage, math, or science. It's up to you which pre-test you choose to take first. So you'll take that pre-test, and then it's going to choose modules that you need to review. After you've gotten your individualized study plan, which has modules for the sections that you missed on that pre-test, you will go through each of those modules, and you can either choose if you want to go through every module that's provided for that section of the test, maybe math, whatever. You can choose. Otherwise, you can just do the modules that were assigned to you based on the results of your pre-test. If it's an area that you don't feel completely comfortable with, then just go through all of the modules and take all of the quizzes because that will really help you get a higher score on the test. So basically do all the studying you possibly can. Get the most out of this study package. Because you did invest some money in it, and so you might as well use it to its fullest. Once you complete a module, which a module is basically some reading, and they do have some very short video clips provided, then you're going to take a quiz. I think the quizzes were only about 5 questions. You'll take the quiz, The quiz will tell you how well you did, and it will include rationales for the questions that you missed. So those rationales are actually really helpful, especially if you don't understand why you missed the question. You know, sometimes you see a question that you missed and you're like, oh, like, duh, I I should have gotten that right. And you know what to do next time. But sometimes it feels like you're blindsided because you don't know why you missed that question. So the rationales are very helpful. So make sure you read those thoroughly. Or once you complete all the modules for that section, then you're going to get a post-test. And the post-test is great at showing you if there are any areas that you're still struggling with. And you might do really well on the post-test, and maybe only 1 or 2 modules will show up that you need to review. The information in the modules is the same, but you get another quiz at the end of each of those modules, and the quiz is new. So you get 2 quizzes for each module. Then you'll be assigned another post-test once you complete all the newly assigned modules in your individualized plan. I really like the step-by-step piece of this program because it's systematic review, and I found that really helpful because I was so stressed out by all the different options out there. This for me was just the better choice because I had one time to take the TEAS and apply to my programs. For me, it was really important that I did really well on the TEAS the first time so that I didn't have to take it again and wait another year before applying to nursing school, because I'm 37 and I needed to get this done and get into nursing school so that I could move on to the next step in this process. You can always go back and review those quizzes and post-tests, and I found that really helpful, especially in those areas that I was struggling a little bit more on. Also included in the study package is Test B and Test C, or practice test B and C of the TEAS test. So everyone seems to say that test B is more like the actual TEAS test, so I decided to save that one until a week before I took my TEAS. So I took test C, and based on my score on that test, which I wasn't too happy about, I was actually pretty discouraged. I went back, reviewed a lot more, and then I did take test B about a week before I was scheduled to take my actual TEAS test at the testing center. I did improve my score, which was good to see. When I took my actual TEAS test, I scored significantly higher than I did on the practice tests. So that was very exciting. I can't guarantee that's going to be the case for you, because I did see some people scored pretty high on those practice tests and then didn't score as well on the actual TEAS, but that could really come down to test anxiety and just the stress on the day of and being timed. So if you can time yourself when you take those practice tests, because I can't remember, but I don't believe they're timed. It does tell you how long you took, but try to pay attention to that, because the reading section especially, that time flies by, and some of those reading passages are long, and the wording on the reading questions can get really confusing. So just keep that in mind for the actual day that you take the TEAS test. I think you can probably tell by now that I found the SmartPrep comprehensive study package very, very helpful. I don't know how well I would have done if I had not used the program, but I think for me and for my life at the time, with 2 kids doing school from home during COVID and finishing up my prereqs and starting microbiology as I was about to take the TEAS test, for me, the comprehensive package was perfect. I think this program is really well laid out, very organized. I would go for it if you can do it and if you feel like it would be helpful for you. Other recommendations though, as you're prepping to take the TEAS test, for sure, try as much as possible to get your prerequisites done before you take the TEAS test. Unless you just graduated high school and you were strong in math and science, then maybe that doesn't apply to you. But if, like me, you'd been out of school for 14 years, then, well, out of college for 14 years, out of high school a lot longer. But if, like me, you are a non-traditional student and it's been a while since you've taken a look at math and science, then try to get those prereqs done first, because I guarantee you will do better on the TEAS if you've taken anatomy and physiology 1 and 2, statistics, algebra, and chemistry. So those will really help boost your score. I felt very confident that I would get into the program after I saw my score. The nice thing about the TEAS is that you get your score immediately. It's amazing, no waiting. That's really helpful for all that test anxiety that has built up. I did score in the advanced level for the ATI TEAS. I almost made it to exemplary. So if you are trying to get an exemplary score, which would be 92 to 100, then definitely go for the comprehensive study package and get those prereqs done, because that's going to help you. So anyway, that's all for now. I definitely recommend the ATI TEAS SmartPrep comprehensive study package. I hope that you find it helpful too, and congratulations on all the hard work that you've done so far to get into nursing school. I hope that taking the ATI TEAS goes well for you. Let me know how your studying is going and how you do on the TEAS, because it is that final hurdle before applying for nursing school, and it's so exciting to get that done with. Let me know if this was helpful for you, and subscribe below, because I am going to start making more videos for helping pre-nursing students. Keep at it, pursue those goals, and you're going to do great.